Jimmy Fallon welcomes Doja Cat. NBC Tonight.
Hey, it's me.
Got some info on these robberies. Drive, I can't be seen in your car.
This lead could be everything.
Chicago PD, new next Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
I was raped last night.
Could be some kind of pattern.
You're looking for a serial rapist who targets brides.
He wants to ruin someone's happiness.
SVU, Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Live from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 at 10, the Northwood's best news, with Jessica Jukic, Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller, and Saul Meyer with sports. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jessica Jukic. A potential school shooting at a Madison, Wisconsin middle school was averted today. Police responded to 911 calls around 11 a.m. for reports of an active shooter outside Mount Horeb Middle School. Minutes later, the school district enacted a full lockdown. Authorities say the gunman was unable to breach the entryway of the school. Police were able to neutralize him outside the building. Although authorities aren't releasing many details, they confirmed today that the gunman was a student in the Mount Horeb School District. They also confirmed that no other students, staff, or law enforcement were injured during that incident. School officials say safety measures played a role in saving lives.
Had it not been for our community stepping up to the plate to help support capital and operational referendums that allowed us to install safety measures, including vestibules, locked front doors, and the like, this could have been a far worse tragedy.
Police did not find any additional suspects on the school's campus, but they asked people not to come to campus as officers went through the school to ensure all students were safe. There were no reports of anyone hurt in the shooting other than the suspect. It was a dry day. What can we look forward to tonight?
Get ready. Another round of rain is on the way, Jessica, and some warmer temperatures. I know you guys are excited because I am as well. Taking a look outside now, of course, it's nighttime. We have cooled off. It's past 10 p.m. We're back into those upper 40s here in town. Arborvita, even into those low to mid 40s right now. Gladden, you are in those lower 40s. Still a couple of milder 50s down south. Of course, some low to mid 50s. But earlier today, it was warm. Near average for this time of year all over Wisconsin. But now another round of rain starts to work its way into our area. Right now it's down south closer to Twin Cities. Eau Claire's getting a couple of sprinkles right now. But by tomorrow late morning, that's when that rain, the heavier rain, will be moving on in. But the winds, wow, they have really calmed down, near zero here in town. Overnight tonight, we're going to see a light breeze, but a very light breeze that will be continuing into the day tomorrow. A little bit more of a gusty wind by Friday, especially by the afternoon hours. Overall, though, not a bad looking day. Tonight, though, we're going to continue to cool off, near average temperatures hovering in those mid 30s with some increasing clouds. Jessica?
Former President Donald Trump returned to the campaign trail today with events in Wisconsin and Madison. Trump used the one-day break from his hush money trial to rally voters in Waukesha, Wisconsin today. Trump campaigned one day after he was held in contempt of court for violating a gag order. His remarks are being closely watched after he received a $9,000 fine for making public statements about people connected to the case. The judge threatened incarceration if Trump violates the gag order again. Trump won Wisconsin and Michigan in 2016, but they flipped for President Joe Biden in 2020. In 2024, Wisconsin and Michigan are up for grabs.
As you know, we'll be holding our convention in Milwaukee just a few months from now. And we can't wait. That means you got to vote for us because we're spending our money in your state.
Trump's return to the full-time campaign mode is fleeting. He must be back in the New York courtroom on Thursday and then again on Friday. The former president faces 34 counts of falsifying business records stemming from a hush money payment to an adult film star before the 2016 election to cover up an alleged affair. Trump denies the affair and has pled not guilty. Garbage is a common sight along Highway K between the landfill and Rhinelander. Some community members want to clean it up and keep it clean. A highway gate cleanup day is scheduled for Saturday, beginning at 8 a.m. at the Cajun Cross Country Ski Trailhead. Rachel Balin is leading the effort. She drives to work on County K.
Well, I drive County K every day, and it's absolutely horrible. I mean, especially every year when the snow melts, it's always bad, but this year seems to be a lot worse than normal.
Balin and others are partnering with the Oneida County Solid Waste Department. Director Lisa Bachnecht said covering trailers is required, but often not complied with, which means trash falls out onto County K.
We have more traffic coming in to use the facility, and part of all that litter is loads not being covered and the wind blowing things off.
Bachnecht has been in contact with the Sheriff's Department about enforcing the rule. The County Highway Department has provided reflective vests and garbage bags for Saturday's cleanup event. The Village of Cronin-Wetter is asking residents to reduce water usage for a short time during an update to their water filtration facility. Officials say they'll be shutting down well number 2 in the village to make updates, leaving well number 1 to handle residents' water needs. No residents will lose water access, and this practice is precautionary to ensure that the village stays well below capacity. The process will last from May 6th until May 10th. Officials hope to complete scheduled work for the new water filtration facility later this year. President Joe Biden is monitoring the situation at colleges across the U.S. as some protests turned violent this week. Former President Donald Trump criticized Columbia University's president on Wednesday, saying the university's reputation has been, quote, badly damaged following hundreds of arrests at Columbia University and City College of New York. As classes are canceled at some and others revert back to remote learning. Edgar Trace-Gutz has the latest on the campus protests across the U.S.
University campuses from the east to the west brimming with protesters and some with police. Officers pinned an associate professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison to the ground as law enforcement were breaking up the protest.
They came in to a peaceful protest. We were peaceful. We weren't doing anything violent.
This is California Governor Gavin Newsom's office is demanding answers to the limited and delayed police response on UCLA's campus as violent clashes broke out overnight on Wednesday. Some protesters threw metal and wood items, even fireworks into the crowd.
Law enforcement simply stood at the edge of the lawn and refused to budge as we screamed for their help.
UCLA canceled classes on Wednesday. At Columbia University, a grad student says occupying a campus building missed the mark.
When your protest is perhaps taking attention away from what is happening, when you're starting to call food to be brought into the building you've taken, you've controlled, you're calling it humanitarian aid, that's a problem. That's inappropriate.
Former President Donald Trump lambasted campus protesters, calling them radicals.
To every college president, I say remove the encampments immediately, vanquish the radicals, and take back our campuses for all of the normal students.
The Manhattan District Attorney does not yet have a breakdown of who among the 280 people arrested during the Columbia University protest were outsiders. I'm Edgar Tragus reporting.
Thank you, Edgar. FAFSA delays are causing concerns for college students. Coming up, we'll hear what's happening to the paperwork and what this means for future students after Weather with Conrad right here on Newswatch 12.
I'm attorney Christine Bremer. We represent many seniors who've been in accidents. It's heart-wrenching to see and terrifying for the elderly and their families. Handling these cases requires compassion, attention to details, and an understanding of the special needs of seniors. At Bremer and Trollope, we know that it takes a steady hand to handle injuries to our seniors. It takes a focus on people, because the right results matter most.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport, all equipped with 4x4 capability and with the help of GOAT modes to go over any type of terrain. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going. Lease a Bronco Sport for just $299 a month for 36 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Carpet City.
Come to
Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and receive $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all hard surface flooring products, such as vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, or receive free carpet installation. That's right, savings on all hard surfaces up to $1,000 or free carpet installation. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs at the biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
The sweetest place in town, the country store of Eagle River, is known for its quality candy. Made the old-fashioned way, slow-cooked in large copper kettles, then the candy is cooled on marble tables. Embrace the sweet aroma of your favorite candies: chocolates, fudge, brittle, turtles, snappers, almond bark, taffy, and hard candies. Don't forget to make a stop for the best hand-dipped ice cream around. Treat yourself at the country store of Eagle River.
And we're back, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I am meteorologist Conrad Sapinski. Let's talk about the top news going on. Some severe weather down south. You have Texas up into Oklahoma and then into Kansas and Nebraska. We are looking at some severe thunderstorms, even a couple of tornadoes that were reported earlier today. For us, though, that moisture is going to make its way up into Wisconsin, but we're not talking anything severe. Of course, most of that will be down south for now. We are talking some rain, though, arriving pretty much by tomorrow late morning, and then it will be continuing throughout the day. Most of our southern counties, like let's say Wausau, down south closer to Stevens Point, you're going to get that rain probably around 7, 8 a.m. So make sure you bring an umbrella. You'll definitely need it because a good amount of rain is on the way, possibly over ½ an inch of rain, maybe close to 1 inch of rain in some spots, especially in our southern counties, closer to central Wisconsin. By tomorrow, though, by Friday morning, things will start to improve, and then a lot of sunshine will be back for Friday, more rain on Saturday, and then once again, a beautiful day on Sunday. Good time to go outside, just enjoy the outdoors, maybe play some outdoor sports. This is for tomorrow. Non-severe storms pretty much north of Adams County. Same thing up into the UP. Down south, though, so like Adams County, you're pretty much right on that northern end. And then south of that, you're tapping into a little bit of a marginal risk for severe weather. We're not talking and no high chances of tornadoes, but of course, it could never be ruled out if at least a marginal risk is posted. At least possibly some small hail and some stronger thunderstorms. For us, though, rain-wise, though, maybe ½ an inch of rain. Well up north, these green colors indicating probably around ¼ an inch of rain, maybe a tad bit more. And then, of course, a lot more rain closer to central Wisconsin. You got Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point, Mosinee, Wausau, probably getting close to ¾ of an inch of rain, maybe up to 1 inch of rain. This is just within a 24-hour mark. We had around ½ an inch just last night. 61 degrees, that was our high temperature earlier today. Mid-60s. Stevens Point was in the mid-60s. Green Bay, check that out. 66 degrees. I have some buddies out in Green Bay. They were enjoying the outdoors and a good amount of sunshine. Our average is right around the money, 60 degrees, with a low around 35. Check out that record high back in 1952. Once again, 2 days in a row, that record highs back in 1952 were in the 80s. If you folks remember that, maybe enjoy it, right? Enjoy these cooler temperatures because 80s, I mean, that's a little bit too warm for now. Sprinkles in our southern counties tonight, decreasing clouds here in the Northwoods, temperatures around 36 degrees. Our 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show several rounds of rain moving in this week and into next week. Jessica?
The bird flu threat may be easing up on U.S. dairy products. The Food and Drug Administration recently tested nearly 300 products from grocery stores and say no active strain of the virus was detected. In an earlier FDA test of 96 samples, roughly 20% had remnants of the H5N1 virus. FDA officials are also looking at samples of raw and cooked ground beef. This comes following a bird flu outbreak which affected dozens of dairy cows in 9 states. May 1st is typically closes out the college application process, but glitches in this year's free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, have millions of students waiting to hear how much college will cost them this fall. Many schools did not receive student data from the Department of Education until March. Once they did, millions of forms were found to have errors, delaying financial aid offers and students' decisions. The National Association of Student Financial Aid Administrators say there are concerns that first-generation and low-income students in particular have been too frustrated to finish the FAFSA process.
The FAFSA fiasco of this year has been telling them, don't bother applying for financial aid. It's too hard. The system's broken. We really need to start countering that narrative.
The National College Attainment Network says FAFSA completions are down 29% compared to last year's class at the same point in time. Pressed by lawmakers on Tuesday, Education Secretary Miguel Cardona said the department wants to get the word out that students still have time. The streamlined FAFSA has cut its questions from a maximum of 108 questions to as few as 18. The Lakeland Union girls soccer team is out to defend their conference title. Coming up, Drew Shelley visits the T-Birds as they sit at the top of the conference standings.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
There's a whole world out there. Let's go.
Where in the world is Jeff Weller?
Join me in May at 4, 5, 6, and 10 to see where in the world Delta Connection flights operated by SkyWest Airlines take me.
Where in the world is Jeff Weller is brought to you by the following sponsors.
I'm so glad we're finally getting our new boat.
Right? So you guys picked out a boat. I can have that to you in about 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Not at American Marine in Shawano. Buy a boat from us today and have it on the water next week. And we have more in stock than anyone else in Wisconsin. Pick from 900 boats and pontoons, priced low and ready to use. We will beat any competing deal by $500. Start having fun now and get on the water faster with American Marine Shawano.
Childcare plays a very important role in our community. It is vital for youth to have that early childhood development.
Nobody can function in their daily life without a good teacher guiding their children.
As a childcare provider, we're not only able to provide that for the youth, but we're also able to be supportive in nurturing and caring for their families.
The Oneida County Child Care Coalition looks to learn more about the state of child care in our county. Please visit our website by May 10th to participate.
Coming up on Newswatch 12 today, learn about a family fun night happening at the Hodag Dome.
Sounds very exciting, right? More chances of rain on the way, but temperatures continue to warm up. More you tune in on your Thursday from 5 to 7 a.m.
The Lakeland Union girls soccer team is out to defend its crown as Great Northern Conference champions. The T-Birds have been on quite the conference winning streak the past few years as the team has won 21 regular season conference games in a row dating back to 2022. With their sights set on making a run in the postseason, the Birds are once again atop the conference. We paid a visit to Minocqua as Lakeland has its sights set on another conference title. The T-Birds had their biggest win of the season in their most recent game against Rhinelander, avenging a playoff defeat from a year ago. While winning a rivalry game is always important, the team was more pleased with coming out of the game at the top of the GNC standings.
I feel like a great win to us. Obviously, it puts us at the top of the conference right now. To us, every game's important, so is it a good rival game? Yes, but to us, a win's a win, and being able to be at the top of the conference right now is just really important to us, so we take every game seriously, no matter who we're playing.
Lakeland has established themselves as one of the top defensive teams in the state. In 5 conference games, the T-Birds have given up just 1 goal and have posted 4 shutouts with goalie Ava Evenhouse in net. Captain Taylor Heleniak talked about the defensive approach.
Our defense had to really step up this game, and we all did good. Everyone played together. We moved the ball good, and we just got it up the field. Everyone moves together, works together. We find Ava helps us keep goals out of our net, so it's always good.
After a tough end of the year a season ago, the T-Birds have big goals this spring. But with their end goal still a month away, the team is focused on taking it day by day and finding new ways to improve as the regular season nears its end.
Every day I feel like we've improved, and you see not only individual success, but as a team after every game and after every practice we continue to succeed as a whole, and I'm just really proud of everybody, and hopefully it'll take us farther this year.
After coming a game short of a regional title a year ago, Lakeland seems poised to claim the crown this year. With plenty of experience and talent on the squad, this group finds themselves in a spot to make a deep run in the postseason. Milwaukee Brewers snapped their losing streak on Tuesday, taking down the Tampa Bay Rays to even up the series at 1 apiece. Now it's the rubber game to see which one of these two teams would take the series in Milwaukee. The Crew was without their manager, Pat Murphy, for this game as he was hit with a suspension.
Jarring.
So let's see if the Crew could pull it out with interim manager Ricky Weeks in control for the next day or two. We start in the 3rd inning. It was William Contreras getting the scoring going. He shoots one out to left field. That's going to bring in Oliver Dunn and Bryce Terang. That's a 2-run double and gives the Brewers a 2-0 lead after 3. We move to the 6th inning. Scoring did not stop there. Willie Adames deep to dead center field. That one gone. Solo home run, 3-0 Brewers. But he was not done there. We move forward 1 inning later, and it is another big swing for Adames. He goes dead center again. This time it's a 3-run homer. The Brewers go on to win this one 7-1. Ricky Weeks helped the team get the win after finding out he'd take over literally just minutes before the game.
About 20 minutes before the game. It's okay. I mean, it's baseball. We can talk about that all we want, but at the end of the day, we got guys over there that's, they're geared up, ready to play.
With a career full of big moments, Weeks can add another one to this resume, helping the team get a win as interim manager.
I mean, I want to downplay it so much, but it's baseball, honestly. It's one of those things where I think you've been in a lot of situations throughout your career where, you kind of have to, rise to the occasion, just go over your experience, obviously, and go off things that you learn. But at the same time, it's baseball, I'll be honest with you.
Action on Thursday when they head to Chicago to take on the Cubs. We'll be right back to the break.
Get an 11% rebate on all projects, big or small. Touch and Tone Spray Paint is an all-purpose paint for your interior or exterior projects at an unbeatable price. Choose from black or white for $1.99 after rebate. Epoxy Shield Garage Floor Coating provides long-lasting results in an easy-to-keep clean, showroom quality appearance that applies in one coat. Get it for $79.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
At People's State Bank, we get the excitement that comes with a new kitchen, bath, or floor plan. So we've streamlined our home equity loans so you can start sooner and upped borrowing power so you can take your vision farther. After all, we're homeowners just like you who think barriers have no place in home improvements. So when you're ready to get started, stop in or apply for a home potential equity loan or line of credit today at bankpeoples.com.
I was in foot pain for 20 years. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm going to stop in. What can it hurt? They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. And you just knew, like, your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh, yeah. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Upgrade your garage, patio, or basement this spring with our beautiful cutting-edge concrete coatings. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than epoxy and guaranteed to increase your home's value. For a limited time, save up to $500 off your project. Plus, call during this program to see if you qualify for payment starting at just $30 a month.
Last year, our daughter blessed our family with this cute little nugget. We're supposed to leave our next generation better off. But because Washington politicians have spent our money recklessly, he starts out owing hundreds of $1,000s of debt. It's wrong. The spending needs to stop. Unlike career politicians who drive us deeper into debt, I'll fight for him and for your children to have a better future. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
With opening weekend coming up, many anglers are likely getting ready to catch their limit of walleye. But this season may be more challenging than previous years due to the mild winter affecting walleye mating season. Bill Hassey with Bill's Guide Services said during winter, male walleye will stay near rocky shores until ice melts. That's when the female walleye will join the males to mate on the gravel beds near the shore.
But I don't think they spawned. They almost did, but it got cold again. The reason I think that is they're still spawning. So they didn't spawn a month ago.
Hassey said with the odd walleye mating season, it may add a challenge to anglers, such as fishing in 2 different spots to find where the fish are.
One is to see if the males are still on the shores in 3-4 feet of water. And if they're not, they're going to have to move out on the edges of the deeper holes.
While this season may be a challenge, Hassey still believes that anglers will be able to catch their limit. Thousands of Wisconsinites will be breaking out their rods and tackle boxes this weekend. But before people start fishing, there are some rule changes to keep in mind. Newswatch 12's Austin Carisu has more.
May 4th is the start of fishing season here in Wisconsin. And with so many people ready to get on the water, the DNR has some new regulations that anglers should know.
The Fisheries Bureau has been out monitoring a variety of different lakes across the state as well as within Oneida County that kind of lead to these regulation changes.
The new regulations are set on a state level as well as a more local level with changes to tournament-style fishing.
There's mandatory reporting of smaller scale fishing tournaments, whether that be a regional nature or statewide nature, a tournament that lasts for longer than 4 days.
The other new regulations are directed toward walleye harvest and the bag limits set for walleye on different lakes.
The total daily bag is still 5, but you can only keep 3 from one specific lake. So you could go to one lake that has a 3 bag, keep 3 there and go to the next lake and keep 2 more there to get to your 5.
However, if a lake still has a different bag limit for walleye, anglers will have to obey that designated limit.
If a lake has specific regulations for those walleyes, say it can only keep 1, you still have to follow that regulation itself.
Anglers are reminded to purchase a fishing license if they plan to be partaking throughout the season.
If you don't have a fishing license and you get checked by game warden, they can write you a citation so you can get an issue there. As well as if you're not buying a fishing license, you're not supporting the resources as a whole, so biologists like myself aren't able to get out and monitor as many of the systems and put on these regulations to protect and conserve these systems.
Lederman also says if you've never been out fishing, there are plenty of reasons to get out and enjoy the activity.
There's a variety of different fish species that you can target, whether it be bluegills, you just want to dunk a bobber to catch that, get the line on the tug, or just go out and enjoy the beautiful weather, sit out there, enjoy nature.
To see the full list of the new regulations, people can visit the Wisconsin DNR's website. Reporting in Rhinelander, Austin Carisu, Newswatch 12.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider. So switch to Spectrum and get a powerful network that connects nearly 500 million devices.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with free modem, no data caps, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee when you level up to a gig. Call 1-855-735-1336 or scan to call.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming with the most reliable internet speeds. Get a powerful network that millions of customers rely on. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month with 99.9% network reliability, no added taxes or hidden fees, and no contracts. Plus, save with our 2-year price guarantee. Call 1-855-735-1336.
Call now.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Mental health and learning disorders are the most common illnesses of childhood and adolescence. 1 out of 5 young people struggle with disorders like depression, dyslexia, ADHD, OCD, eating disorders, and anxiety. I was one of them. As a child, I struggled with crippling anxiety, the most common and least recognized childhood mental health disorder. The mental health crisis in America is really a children's mental health crisis. Every year, over 1 million young people visit the ER because of suicidal ideation and suicide attempts. 5,000 die by suicide. When we ignore mental health, we lose our children. We have the tools to stem this crisis if we're willing. The Child Mind Institute is the leader in the field. It's the place where kids are getting better and the place that is doing the research and developing the programs that will change the landscape of children's mental health. To learn more, visit childmind.org.
We are honored to be recognized by our peers as top-rated personal injury attorneys.
You will never be asked to pay out of your pocket.
Let us represent you because the right results matter most.
Well, you've heard of rain delays during sporting events, but what about a bee delay? During last night's Dodgers-Diamondbacks game, it was delayed for nearly 2 hours because a colony of bees decided to build a hive atop the protective netting behind home plate. Eventually, a beekeeper came to the rescue, and in under 10 minutes, the entire hive was gone and the crowd went wild. The beekeeper was invited to throw out the ceremonial first pitch to more cheers and chants for the bee guy, a new baseball hero. Wow, it's something I've never seen at a baseball game before.
This stuff can happen every once in a while, but yeah, I mean, that's a West Coast game, so out here it starts late enough. So if you planned on watching the Dodgers last night, you were up till midnight just to start the game. So not good. West Coast games are bad enough.
So bee delay bad.
Bad. Although, but how many times are you going to see a bee delay? I'm sure those fans enjoyed it somewhat.
Yeah, what a legend. We got to get his baseball card, right? And speaking of that story, I saw it earlier today, and apparently he had to leave his son's baseball game, Little League baseball game, just to save the day. Just to save the game. And speaking of saving the day, I mean, for now, we're pretty good weather-wise, but tomorrow, bring your umbrellas. We are talking a little bit more rain rolling in, closer to, let's say, 10, 11 a.m. here in Rhinelander. Friday, we're in the clear. Maybe a couple of sprinkles in the morning. Other than that, lots of sunshine. By Sunday, you want to bring out those grills by Sunday. I'll probably do that myself, you know.
Nice.
66 and sunny. Whew.
That'll be great. Something to look forward to.
I know.
Thanks, Conrad. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Get up to 60% off list prices
on hundreds of items at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Incredible deals like this brand new Chase with storage that's also a sleeper, just $449. This complete wicker set with table, just $899. Or get a free ottoman with this sectional. Maybe you're looking for a comfy sofa? That's just $399. Up to 60% off list
at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can do all your favorite beach activities, like spike ball, whitewater rafting, shrimp boils, wave fishing, or hanging with the locals. You can say that again.
Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new 2024 Camry. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you tires and batteries, trust and care, because we get you. So get out on the road and stay safe with quality automotive parts and service at unbeatable prices. Like $100 instant savings when you buy 4 Michelin BF Goodrich or Uniroyal tires. 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil start at $22.99 after sale and rebate. And for all your power needs, assorted Blaine's brand vehicle batteries start at $43.99. Tires and batteries, trust and care at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hey guys, check out all this delicious, locally roasted coffee.
That's why the best way to start your day is with a cup of coffee from Eagle River Roasters.
News and Watch 12 today wants to get that coffee to you through the Mugshot Monday contest.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. But an estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommendation.